Edition of Weekend Winners, harness racing at Albion Park on Saturday night. Another strong Metro card, the free-for-all race too. That should be a ripper. And looking forward to seeing this very exciting trotter. What's Up Majestic, a winner at his past two. Both feature events, steps out again. He goes around in race 9. And even the last race, race 10, loaded with class. Cashed up, back in action, talent to spare goes around. Adam Crocker, amongst many others. So really looking forward to a strong program. In this edition of Weekend Winners, I plan on speaking with Narissa McMullen and Matt Neilson. Narissa McMullen joins us first up for Weekend Winners this week. Narissa, appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me on, Chris.
First question I want to ask, when you first looked at your book of drives on Saturday night, what was the initial reaction you had?
It was a pretty good book of drives and a lot of drives, so that's good.
Okay, well, let's go through them then. Race 3, your own runner here, Golitz. This guy is going quite okay, isn't he?
He is. It's probably a little bit stronger race than what he's been racing, but if he gets the right trip, I think he'll be thereabouts.
Okay, so how do we play this race early? Drawn in gate 4, he does have some early speed. Where do you want to be?
He's got some gate speed. I'd like to sort of go forward without revving him up too much. If he could just sort of slide forward and then get some cover in the running line, that'd work out perfect.
Okay, he backs up from Tuesday, finished 5th on Tuesday. Were you happy with that effort?
Yeah, it was a little bit unlucky Tuesday. If he had got out a bit earlier, probably finished a bit closer.
Okay, this race on Saturday night, given how it sort of sets up, it looks like it's going to be run at a genuine tempo.
Yeah, I think so, and that'll suit him.
Okay, is it only a matter of time before he wins a Saturday night race?
Yeah, I think so. I've really liked him right from the start, and he's kept improving.
Okay, well, that's Golitz in race 3. Race 4, another of your own runners here. It Ain't the Money. He draws gate 8, the inside of the second row, so obviously the start is crucial. Mows him down. Can he lead?
I'm not sure whether he'll lead or what will happen there, but sort of either way, I think It Ain't the Money's probably a good chance. We just need a little bit of luck.
Okay, if he does lead, mows him down, and you're sitting right behind him, are you confident that you can go past him late?
Yeah, definitely. He was super last week. Hit the line really good behind the free-for-all horses.
So he got a big tick for that effort last week?
Definitely.
Yeah, it was a strong race, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's just, you know, getting that little bit of luck. That's all that sort of is required here for him to strike.
I think so.
All right. Do you think he'll make that transition to open class, judging by last week? Do you think he'll fit in there week in, week out?
Yeah, I think he will. Probably got to adapt the way I drive him a little bit. You know, if we sort of sit him in and teach him to finish off like he can, I definitely think he'll make the grade.
Yeah, last week was a good indicator that he can just sit in and follow speed all day long.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Race 5, again, your own runner here, Letizia. This guy's been great since joining your stable from New Zealand. He draws gate 3. Is that a little tricky?
Yeah, it's probably the worst drawer for him. I'll be a bit tempted to sort of go forward from 3, which probably doesn't really suit him.
Because you've got speed to your inside in Commodore Jujon and Aphorism. You've got pace to your outside, so you've got to commit one way or the other.
Yeah, that's it. Got to make the decision quickly.
Last start effort went second. How did you assess it?
Yeah, it was really good. Sort of hasn't been pacing all that great lately, but he still, to his credit, finished off really well in that race, and I think he'll be better this week.
Okay, so he was a horse that was crying out for the return to Albion Park, back on the bigger oval. Suits him a lot better than Redcliffe?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. If you happen to get a good spot here pretty quickly on Saturday night, he can follow speed really well, so he's not without winning claims.
Yeah, if they sort of go hard and he's sitting right behind them, he'll finish off really well and be right there.
All right, well, that's Letizia there in race number 5. Race 6, you've picked up the drive on Heavenly Wisdom, the mare. She's sort of struggling for form, and she's got gate 3 as well, which can be a little tricky. How do you assess her chances?
I think she'll run an okay race. We've probably got to try and press forward. The 2 to her inside aren't brilliant off the gate, and she sort of can muster a bit of speed, so if we can sort of get forward early and get a position, I think she'll go okay.
All right, race 7. This is going to be strongly fancied, the Darling. She has been a ripper since coming over from Perth. Firstly, how good's Ronnie Salas going right now?
Yeah, his horses are on fire.
The Darling, can she go back-to-back after that win last week?
I think so. It's a little bit stronger race, but she's raced in Super, and she's so versatile as well, so the draw is a big help. I think she'll race really well.
The way that race unfolded last week, did it surprise you?
It did. I thought I would lead, but she probably didn't leave the gate quite as well as she can. She was a little bit revved up behind the gate, and I was sort of hanging on to her a bit, and I think she can get out quicker than what she did last week.
Okay, was she entitled to win by further last week, or she was just doing what she needed to do?
She just does what she has to. She sort of sprinted past the leader, and she probably didn't see the horse up the sprint lane till late, but she got going when she did see it.
Okay, would you want to lead this field on Saturday night?
I think I'd sort of come out and see if we can lead. I'd love to see her in front after those 2 starts sitting park. She was so good. I think she would race really well in front as well, but either way, it doesn't really worry her.
Okay, if you did lead and having Better Than Diamonds right on your back, how worried would you be?
Yeah, that's probably the concern. Yeah, it's very quick, and probably going to have to get a sort of steady quarter in there somewhere.
Okay, what about Pelosi? How do you rate her chances here?
She's going good, but yeah, they're it's a strong field, and they've all sort of just got to get the right run, I guess.
All right, but the Darling is good enough to go back to back?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Race number 8, this is a good quality race as well. You've picked up the drive on Charm Offensive. Draws a little awkwardly off the second row here, saddlecloth number 11, but she's more than capable, this mare.
Yeah, she's racing really well. She just needs to get the right trip, and she'll finish off well.
Okay. In saying that, there are a few here that look like they go okay, but if there's a genuine tempo, she'll be hitting the line.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What about Kingdom Come in the other trot? This race under mobile start conditions. Is he better served under the stand start conditions?
Probably does suit him a little bit better, but he's racing super at the moment. He was really good last week, so if he can sort of get a spot somewhere early without doing too much, he'll be right there at the finish.
What's Up Majestic, the horse to beat? He looked really good taking out that marathon there last start.
Yeah, he did. He's a really nice horse.
Okay, so it's a solid book of drives for you on Saturday night. Which horse are you looking forward to partnering most?
Probably the Darling from the draw.
All right, we'll take the tip. Race 7, number 1, the Darling. She's been so consistent since coming over from the west. Narissa, as always, really appreciate the time. Best of luck. We'll see you trackside.
Thanks, Chris.
Great to catch up with Matt Neilson, who's got a number of good drives coming up on Saturday night. And we'll start with race 1, where he's driving the Ideal Dancer. Matt, appreciate the time.
Yeah, no worries, Chris.
This guy's a last start winner. In fact, he scored last week and he absolutely bolted in. This is a little harder, but winning form's good form.
Yeah, he's racing well leading up to the last start, but he had got the favours with a good draw and got an easy lead, but he's done a good job over the last half.
Yeah, he was able to run the gate really well there. You're drawn out on Saturday night, gate 6. Is there any temptation about going forward again?
Not too sure yet. I've talked to Steve and that, but he's got the speed. 1 mile, but obviously there's a bit more pace inside this week than last week. But yeah, he's versatile. He's got options. He could go forward, or he could be back and driven with cover.
Okay. How good did he feel getting up the straight there? Because he finished off in 27.6, 27.9. He looked really comfortable.
Yeah, no, he was good. He still had something there. Didn't ask him for a full effort, but he no, he was strong. Yeah.
All right. Looking at this field, there's no standout, is there?
No, even a lot. I mean, and he's been competitive in this sort of grade for a while now, and he always runs a good race.
All right. Well, that's race 1, number 6, the Ideal Dancer. Race 2, which is the Open on Saturday night. Speeches Silver. Were you disappointed when you saw the barrier draw, gate 8?
Oh, a little bit. Yeah, it's you sort of like it's going to need a little bit of luck, that draw. I think he's going well enough now where he can make his own luck. But he anyway, might have to rely on a little bit this week. But still, if they run it the right way, he can be pretty quick over the last quarter. Yeah.
Okay, just drilling down a little bit more on the horse himself, Speeches Silver. For a long time now, he's been considered one-dimensional. Last week, he's starting to develop that all-round game. You were able to leave the gate, hand over to Deus Ex, and then he just blasted away over the latter part. He is developing, isn't he?
Oh, he's been of late, last few months there, like twice he sat outside the leader and in a fast miles, and he sat outside Deus Ex and was able to beat him easily there in good miles. He's he's good. He said he can do anything, I think. I'd like to lead on him one day. I mean, if he can roll to the front, I mean, I'm sure he'll run he can sit on a good tempo. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's interesting. Just with last week's race, when did the confidence level start to rise? Did you know at the top of the straight you had them cold?
I was going better than the leader was sort of flat out, and he was obviously had an easy enough run. He was going well, and I just had to wait till me wait till the run come, and I knew he'd do the job.
All right. Yeah. With this race on Saturday night, you got the inside of the second row, but this race will generate pressure. There's a heap of them off the front row that are likely to go hard. Oh,
there is, and he's probably going to three back the rails at best, but he obviously last week was probably the weakest free for all for a while, but obviously they're all there this week. But he's up to him with the right run. Yeah.
Okay. If you're able to find the back of Turn It Up, do you reckon you could make a real race of it there late?
Oh, it just depends. I mean, how it's all been run. Yeah, but if he's close enough, he'll be finishing off. I mean, we sort of just have to rely. He likes the rails, this and that. But if they're running, I suppose you want to be there. But we just have to see how it unfolds.
All right. Well, he's a major player, no doubt about it. Speeches silver. Race number 3. Bracken Knight, your drive here for Steve Seen. He comes up with gate 2. He's only had the handful of starts since coming up from Sydney. He was 3rd last week. This is probably a little harder, but he's got a good draw and he's fit and in form.
Yeah, he had a few runs. He just went okay his first few runs. He had a bit of a break away. He ran a good race. I think it was Tuesday. But with a good draw, hopefully, be able to run a place or something. Yeah.
You've driven him before, haven't you?
Yeah, I drove him his first run, I think, up here. Yeah.
All right. Young Conqueror drawn in gate 1. Has he got the speed to lead, in your opinion?
He's got enough to hold me out, I'd think. But obviously the rails is a great advantage. But I don't think I would be able to do too much early. But it's a chance of it.
Okay, well that's Bracken Knight in race 3. Then you've got to sit around all night for the last 2 races. They've stitched up here on Saturday night. Wee Man Trouble. We know this guy. He's a proven Group 1 winner. He was retired. He's out of retirement. He's first up and he strikes a really strong field here. What are the expectations with this guy?
I can't tell you too much. I have to admit I've never sat behind him before and I haven't really spoken to him about it yet. But he's obviously first up and that. He's got the ability, but there's informed trotters and decent ones at that go on there, so I'm sure he'll improve on what he does, but I'll find out more Saturday night.
Have you looked at the replays of the trials yet?
Yeah, he's been okay in that, but he'll, I'll just wait to talk to Shannon and Scott and we'll go from there.
All right. What's Up Majestic? Is he clearly the horse to beat?
Oh, definitely. He was obviously strong, too good. His Sydney form was good, and then it was clearly too good for him in the marathon. So yeah.
Okay. The last race, I'm keen on your thoughts here with Good Boy Cowboy. He was a real eye catcher last week off a poor draw. He's back in the draw here on Saturday night, and he comes up with gate 2. But did you like the way he hit the line last week?
Yeah, it was a better run. He sort of can misbehave a little bit sometimes, but generally he's okay. But he he went well enough last week. It's a suitable sort of race for him. Last time I was able to, he drew the 1. He was able to lead. He won very easy there in a fast mile. But the 1 has got pace inside him. They'll just have to have a look early and see how we go.
Yeah, it is a race with a bit of depth. Talent to Spare was good first up, cashed up his first up, so there's a bit of depth.
Oh, definitely. I mean, like he's sort of been going in the veteran races and that. He's sort of stepping out of that into this, but he's with a good trip, he won't be far away. He won't care how fast they go. Yeah.
Okay. Which drive are you most looking forward to?
Oh, always generally Speeches Silver. You like to sit on the best horses and that, but him and the Ideal Dancer, so they can make their own luck a bit, and they'll be right. Yeah.
Great stuff, Matty. Really appreciate the time. Best of luck on the weekend.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks, Chris.
And a big thanks, as per normal, to our guests, Narissa McMullen and Matt Neilson, and we wish them the best of luck this Saturday night. Time now for a good bet. I think smack bang in the middle of the program. Race 5, Horse 2, Aphorism. He backs up from last Saturday night. He took on that semi-feature race at Wagga there, being just behind Rocket Marty. You look through his recent form cards, it reads very well, and he looks perfectly poised here, drawn in gate 2. So I'm marking him as the best bet. Race 5, number 2, Aphorism. Remember, if you are gambling this weekend, bet with your head not over it. Be prepared to walk away. We'll see you trackside at Albion Park, 10 race program this Saturday night.